Let's stay in the courts. The influence of Nigerian Pastor Timothy Omotoso is far-reaching, according to evidence presented by the state in his bail hearing today.
The pastor appeared in the Port Elizabeth Magistrates Court on sexual abuse and human trafficking charges. The state is alleging that members of his congregation working at Home Affairs and the Hawks had already given him assistance. This is one of the reasons the state is opposing bail.
These scenes outside the court. Protesters and chanting church members, a vast contrast to the lone figure of Omotoso in the dock. Day 2 of the bail bid in court heard how an illegal work permit was obtained for Omotoso by a member of his church who was working at the Department of Home Affairs. The state argues that it is the influence and the fact that some of the complainants are as young as 13 that make him a flight risk. Investigating officer Peter Plaiki told the court that they were also about to take statements from 12 more complainants who had come forward with allegations against Omotoso. Emphasis was placed on the inner workings of his church and those in it who would do anything for him.
At the moment, we've been informed that there is a serious threat against these girls, and the route to follow in situations like that as the NPA is to ensure that all the people that are being threatened are actually protected.
We hope that we'll get to the bottom of this matter, whether it is true that the documents were falsified or it was just one of those things, but as Hawks we investigate and we'll get to the bottom of this matter.
Omotoso's defense has however argued that the charges and statements presented to court were generalizations and an attempt to paint the bleakest picture of the defendant. They argued the affidavits presented by the state did not match the charges being faced by their client. On the issue of Omotoso being a flight risk, his defense team argued that airports and exit points had a red flag system that would identify the accused if he tried to leave the country. Outside court, police had their hands full for most of the day trying to keep the peace between the members of Omotoso's church and women's rights organizations. Omotoso is facing 22 charges of human trafficking and contravention of the Sexual Offences Act against young girls that were allegedly members of his church. Jadely Paulser, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.